um, it's a very dark and trying time for all of us, and I appreciate you coming together to be here to support each other, to support the family and friends of Ethan Foster. I want to say that we should concentrate this morning not on being sad and dealing with this dark and trying time, but more concentrate on celebrating the positive life of Ethan Foster, the great family that he had here at Fresno State. We are going to begin this with a ceremony celebrating his life from Kappa Kappa Psi, Alpha Sigma. We gather this morning to remember Ethan Magellan Foster. Brother Magellan was initiated into the Iota Alpha chapter at Fresno State in the spring of 2011. Many brothers, including several of us here today, had the privilege of knowing and working with Brother Magellan.
Kappa Kappa Psi, National Honorary Band Fraternity, was founded in 1919 by 10 brothers, led by director Bohemiel Makovsky. The spirit of brotherhood quickly spread across the nation, and by 1930, there were 27 chapters across the United States. Today, 315 active chapters have been established, making a national brotherhood while still preserving family-style ties and bonds we each cherish. Kappa Kappa Psi also enjoys a unique relationship with Tau Beta Sigma sorority, which is also dedicated to band service.
We, the Brothers of Kappa Kappa Psi, believe that service to the college or university band program fosters responsibility, loyalty, and leadership. That a spirit of brotherhood is enhanced by the participation in the band program. That music is a universal language, and truly the greatest of the arts. And that through fraternal participation, each member will strive for the highest. These words, taken from the Kappa Kappa Psi Creed, describe the purpose of the fraternal organization. Each of the principles is immeasurable in its importance to our fraternity. Our historian will now describe Brother Magellan's fraternal activities.
Blargy, 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 blarg. Oh, I'm sorry. I just felt like I had to open with that because that was actually the first thing that Ethan ever wrote to me. As his big brother of Kappa Kappa Psi, Ethan and I wrote letters back and forth before he actually knew who I was. I just thought I would share that very memorable and meaningful first interaction with you all. He was a weird kid, but that was Ethan. I remember helping Ethan memorize the Kappa Kappa Psi Creed that Dr. Gilroy just read. My name is Andy Infeld, and as Ethan's big brother in this fraternity, it was one of my duties to help him study for his quizzes and such. He really enjoyed going over the creed in particular because his last name was in it. We, the brothers of Kappa Kappa Psi, believe that service to the college or university band program fosters responsibility, loyalty, and leadership. He was always a little full of himself and cocky. And you know, that actually worked out perfectly for our line, because we all admittedly happen to be a little cocky. Yes, I'm talking about Joshua Collins, Eric Garcia, Phil Rubino, Ben Tempos, Richard Hembry, myself, and of course, Ethan Foster. We're the automotive line, and we are the best, funniest, strongest, and most attractive brothers of Kappa. I'm not trying to be cocky at all. And we're called the automotive line because our nicknames have to do with something automotive related. Ethan's nickname was Magellan, and here's why. Why Magellan? Because like a Magellan automotive GPS device, he provided handy information that could guide others through the toughest of routes. He mindlessly generated long-lasting narratives that, while useful, may be tuned out by others. He was adventurous, ready to explore any and all uncharted territory, while marching to the beat of his own drum. However, when others heard him speak, GPS didn't stand for Global Positioning System. It meant, God, please stop! Because as you know, Ethan loved to talk, and talk, and talk. This guy always had something to say. He was the kind of guy that would be saying something, thinking of something else, and then somehow try and convey both messages to you at the same time. It confused the hell out of a lot of people. Ethan was an intelligent man that always said what was on his mind. Sometimes not having that filter got him into a little bit of trouble, but at times it also got people to respect him and his ideas. Ethan also did a lot to help Kappa Kappa Psi and in turn the music department. He served as Kappa Kappa Psi's webmaster and used his tech savviness to create a great website and as well as help with our newsletters. He was a big brother, mentor, and friend to his little Savannah Singh and Karch Tisi. If you ever wanted to feel like a celebrity and have the paparazzi follow you, all you had to do was be around Ethan when he had his camera. He always had his camera with him to capture the special moments that we can now all look back at as great memories. Lastly, Ethan would do anything he could to service this music department. If there was a festival, reception, or fundraiser that was being put on by the music department, BMB, or this fraternity, and he was available, he was there to help. His dedication to music service was one I truly admired, and it really showed how much he cared about this art. I'm truly gonna miss you, Ethan Foster. We all are. Hopefully now you see how much you meant to this world and how much people cared about you. This brotherhood and this music department will never be the same. We're gonna miss your loud opinions, goofy spirit, amazing work ethic, and true friendship. Rest in peace, little brother. We love you. And now we're gonna hear from Ethan's actual big brother, Justin.
I didn't prepare anything, so this is probably going to end up being really short. It's actually kind of funny, I was just thinking about that. It's like, not preparing anything kind of was Ethan's style. He never studied for tests or anything, just went in and somehow aced it, and it was just like, wow. I could say that, you guys probably didn't know Ethan like I knew Ethan, and that would be true, because, I knew him 18 more years than most of you. But after seeing everything on Facebook for this last week and having met some of you guys last night, you guys already know pretty much everything about him. He was so open and just shared everything with you guys. It's amazing. I was so proud that he opened up to you guys. Like you said, he's a great serviceman. He had a mind for sharing everything, giving pretty much. Giving so much that at times we have to stop and say, hey, maybe you should keep this because it's more use to you than us. But yeah. Am I forgetting anything else about him? That's it. Thanks.
Family of musicians is small, brotherhood of Kappa Kappa Psi even smaller. Serving in Kappa Kappa Psi is both an honor and a privilege. Membership in the brotherhood of Kappa Kappa Psi represents that one is more capable, more concerned, and more interested than the average college band member or typical student.
The passing of a brother leaves a void within the brotherhood. We remember Brother Magellan and must use this period of mourning to remember our roots, to reflect upon the service of Brother Magellan. Music is a combination of many elements, pitch, duration, tempo. But there is one which is present within all music. Silence. Silence provides the punctuation within music, allowing for a pause and reflection. We must take this time, especially in situations such as this, to reflect and assess upon our activities and our dedication. Without this reflection, we diminish the harmony of life and fail to ascertain the blessings we have been given.
On the memorial table before us are the colors of Kappa Kappa Psi, blue and white. The two lower points of the blue triangle represent the two pillars of our fraternity, brotherhood and service. The top point of the triangle, hidden above the table, represents our motto, strive for the highest.
Brother Magellan exhibited leadership by paying attention to both brotherhood and service. In his memory, we present this sign of leadership. The baton is placed with the handle in music, the language of both joy and sorrow. The point of the baton points towards the third point of the triangle, representing our motto.
The bond of brotherhood is strong. It transcends all events and consistently brings us together as brothers, as family. The red carnation is our flower, the flower of brotherhood and Kappa Kappa Psi. It is a fitting and appropriate tribute to our fallen brother. Your final remembrance to our brother. Remember his dedication to service, his spirit of brotherhood, most importantly, his adherence to our motto. At this time, brothers, please provide Brother Magellan Foster, Brother Ethan Magellan Foster, with your final remembrance.
This time, all the brothers are going to come forward and sing again one last time for Brother Magellan.
being here. I don't think any parent ever expects to do this, ever. You guys know this immensely getting through this. Take a breath. When I was a freshman in college, there was a kid in my dorm by the name of Todd Montgomery, who made the same bad choice he did. And when his parents came to collect his stuff, mother looked at us sternly, like this. And although I think we understood, it hurt quite a bit. But the guys on our dorm floor pulled together really tight and vowed that we'd always look out for each other and hold each other closely and be there for each other. And I think it made us stronger. I think about Ethan and he liked laughter. He liked hugs. He was a manic hugger. How many people here have gotten an Ethan hug? Okay, you can't keep them. How many people here are missing an Ethan hug about now? Okay, there's a bunch of people that got Ethan hugs that can give them away. It's your duty to give away those hugs as often as possible, as often as necessary. I'm a high school teacher. I work with a lot of high school kids. I see a lot of high school drama. And I talk to kids a lot, and it's different. I generally don't tell people how to feel, because your feelings are yours. You feel however you feel. Your feelings are always honest, always there. And they talk about grief, and we've been going through everything all at once, including numbness, including despair. It's okay to feel sad. It's very appropriate to feel angry. Somebody hurt you, somebody hurt your friends, somebody hurt your family. You should be angry at Ethan. We had to clean up his room yesterday in his car. Okay? We have every right to be angry. Hannah and I took out 2 bags of trash from his Jeep, Dim the Jeep. That was horrible. So you have my permission to feel angry. Feel as angry as you want. We had words with him yesterday at the mortuary, and he couldn't say anything back for once. Do feel sad. It's okay to feel sad. Don't forget to laugh. Laughter is important. But the one thing you should never feel is guilt. No regret, no guilt, no blame. Hugs. Lots of hugs. One story, and I'll let Marquita talk. There, on the jacket is a acrylic pimp coat. We were at a band rummage sale one day, and Ethan walked up to me and asked for $5. The wrestling team had their rummage sale next to ours, and he went over and bought that jacket. And later we went down to Party World and he bought a purple feather boa and a giant purple hat to go with our brass handled cane. And he unilaterally declared Thursday at Rim High School dressed like a pimp day. So my brother was asking me if that was on Halloween, and no. It was dressed like a pimp day. Dressed like a pimp day would show up from time to time. We don't know why. But, we'll miss it. Ethan was unique. He was brilliant. He was funny. Lots of people have told me that, he's up there making music in heaven. Whether it's on mellophone or drums. But somehow I figure it's on break drum and gong. And that the piece he's insisting on not only has harmony and rhythm, it's got cacophony and dissonance. Sounds like an auto accident. Slow motion and reverse. We're going to miss him. But I want to thank you guys for everything you posted on Facebook, for pizza night, for laughter. We laughed hard last night, guys. And I didn't know if that was ever going to happen. God has given me peace. And He's given me peace through you guys. I will remember that. Thank you.
Very short. I do want to thank you guys very, very much for all your posts on Facebook. It's been huge for me to see the impact that he had on your lives. Yeah, it's just been huge and a huge comfort to help me get through this, knowing that he touched so many people. I also want to thank you for being his family. Since we were so far away, we couldn't always be here for him day to day. I was so impressed by seeing all the Facebook posts and what he's done just by being himself. And I kind of want to apologize for him being who he is and what he said. Every once in a while, it's like, oh, don't say stuff like that. And I'm like, no filter. Yeah, he had no filter. Or it was rarely on. And I just kind of cringed because I know that, on the other end, the person's just kind of like, who the heck and what? And okay. I try not to dwell on it because either it would flow over or he'd come back and smooth things out. But all I can say is thank you so much for all that you do, all that you are, and all I ask is that you please continue in his spirit as you play your music, because I know that he really loved playing music. I never expected him to end up here at Fresno State playing with the band. Every time I hear you guys, or when I heard you guys, you're so awesome when I hear you. And I know hearing Ethan every time I hear you guys play, that I'm really going to miss. I've been a band booster parent for 12 years, 8 years at RIM with Justin and with Ethan, and kind of helped out a little bit with you guys, and so this is going to be huge. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do in the fall. But yeah, I just want to thank you, and continue playing your music and play it with his spirit and for him, and honor him that way, and he'll always be in your hearts. I pray that he always stays in your hearts, because I know that's where he would want to be. Thank you so much for everything.
by Sarah and her. Sorry. Okay. Sarah and her a cappella group will be singing a song for you guys. For those of you that don't know, on Wednesday, a good amount of the music department got together and we sang an arrangement of the song Fix You for Ethan. So at this time we're going to sing that song, and I'd like to open it to anyone who would like to join us. We're here on Wednesday. So we're just going to sing that for you guys.
Down your face, I promise you I will. very beautiful. Thank you for that. So I'm going to go ahead and give just a short little speech because I know that people have classes to get to later on. I was going to read a poem, but I kind of lost the paper. So I guess I'll just say a few things. Is that it? Okay. All right. Cool. Well, I'll say a few things first. Ethan is my little brother's little brother, and we were very close at one point. I kind of, at some points, treated him as if he was my own little brother, and I, tried to give him advice a lot, much to his dismay, because he doesn't really like taking advice. We kind of ended up with sort of a love-hate relationship, but it was definitely a lot more love, because, despite our little silly arguments, he would always be willing to come up to me, like, every other week and see if I wanted to go out to lunch or something like that. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and read this poem. This is a poem that I read a long time ago, and keep an eye on your flames, please. Thank you, little sister. I'll here for everybody. Alright, this poem was actually, it inspired one of my favorite concert band pieces in high school. It was written by a 19-year-old American volunteer with the Royal Canadian Air Force who was killed in action December 11th, 1941. It is called High Flight. Oh, I have slipped the surly bonds of earth and danced the skies on laughter-silvered wings. Sunward I've climbed and joined the tumbling mirth of sun-split clouds and done 100 things you have not dreamed of, willed and scared and swung, high in the sunlit silence. Hovering there, I've chased the shouting wind along and flung my eager craft through footless halls of air. Up, the long, delirious burning blue, I've topped the windswept heights with easy grace, where never lark or even eagle flew. And while with silent, lifting mind I've trod the high, untrespassed sanctity of space, put out my hand and touched the face of God. Beautiful poem. What time is it? Does anybody have a time? 8:22. Okay. I'd like to open the floor for maybe about 10 or 15 minutes. Let's make it 5. So just if you have like a few quick words, and then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna sing the alma mater afterwards. So oh yeah, let's do that first. There's gonna be his parents have a slideshow presentation for you guys, so we're gonna go ahead and watch that.
while we're waiting for it to warm up, I want to again thank you all for being here and make you all aware of the fact that this is actually being broadcast. I guess that's what that computer is. And Dr. Fulmer and the people at the NCAA tournament in Texas are actually here with us as well through that broadcast. Just got a text from Dr. Fulmer. And I want you to know that Dr. Fulmer is actually Ethan's band director in the marching band and the symphonic band. He's in Texas at the NCAA tournament, the lovely town of Lubbock, Texas. From what I'm hearing, that there's just all kinds of stuff not near the hotel. So they're serving their penance there. We appreciate them supporting our dogs. How we doing? Getting close on that thing? Okay.
If I ever leave this world alive, well, thank you for the things you did in my life. If I ever leave this world alive, I'll come back down and sit beside your feet tonight. Wherever I am, you'll always be more than just a memory. If I leave this world alive. If I ever leave this world alive, I'll take on all the sadness that I left behind. If I ever leave this world alive, the madness that you feel will soon subside. So in a word, don't shed a tear. I'll be here when it all gets weird. If I ever leave this world alive. So when in doubt, just call my name. Just before you go insane. If I ever leave this world, hey, I may never leave this world. But if I ever leave this world alive, she says, I'm okay. I'm alright, though you have gone from my life. You said that it would, now everything should be alright. She says, I'm okay, I'm alright, though you have gone from my life. You said that it would, now everything should be alright. Yeah, it should be alright.
Okay, what was the time again? Who has the time? So, I'd like to open the floor up for just a few little speeches or words, whatever. Should we say like 5-10 minutes, Dr. Gilroy? Yeah. So, if anybody has some words they would like to say, please come forward.
No, I'm not really good at speaking in front of groups of people, so just bear with me for a second. I'm Julio. I was his section leader this last year with the mellophones, and I'm partially responsible for his conversion to brass. As most of you know, the year before, Ethan really kind of struggled with the bass drum with his knee, and he's always having to take an extra break here or there, just the weight of the instrument. So, me being me, was like, hey, come join the mellophones with the best section of the band. And with the coolest, certainly, and you're a cool dude, so hey, come on over. But I don't know how to play brass. We'll teach you. And along with Juliana and myself, we started teaching him, and he struggled, but for those of you that were at the award banquet know that he was the recipient of the backhanded compliment award because he knew that any praise he was going to be getting from me was going to come with a zinger too. But in spite of it all, he really, even though he knew he was a little out of his element, he kept working at it, and really he embodied kind of what we really cherish most in that section, and pretty much in the band in general, the marching band in particular, is, yeah, you're going to have your tough times, but keep your chin up and just keep getting better. And he did. By the end of the season, pregame, we just kind of penciled with him through the pregame, but by the end of the season, he was playing everything. And we really didn't have to spoon him all that much. And that's just, I guess, a testament to the spirit that came from his family. And I'm certainly going to miss having him around. I know a lot of us are kind of a redundant thing to say, oh yeah, I'm going to miss Ethan. Duh. So, thank you, everybody, and thank you for his spirit that you embodied, and because we all benefited from that, certainly. And we're definitely at a loss for that in our future. So thank you to the Foster family, and thank you to everybody, and thank you, Ethan, more than anything, for coming into our lives, coming into our band, and not backing down from a political debate. That's another thing. Good grief. But it was nice having that every once in a while. So I guess raise your glass to Ethan. To Ethan. Thank you.
I'm AJ and Amy. We are Ethan's Canada siblings. We went through with him at the same time, and unfortunately Alexis and Armando couldn't do it yesterday. They're with school in the tournament, but if the five of us can all come together, definitely agree that we never saw eye to eye with Ethan on any topic. But through so many late nights and arguments and running just anywhere we could just to get away from each other, he taught us that no matter what you're going through, he's always going to be there as a brother, whether it's in the sense of fraternity or just as a department. And I think this past week he's shown this department how close we really are, regardless of letters, regardless of organizations you're part of, regardless of your specific instrument. And that was something Ethan always tried to do. And I see other two guys out here, and I know that through this and through anything that we've been through in the past, whether it was good or bad, it doesn't matter. And that we are closer through this, and that's how we can move on to lead. So thank you guys for being there for each other this week in any sense.
I am Jose Correa from Marching Band. brother finding out, but I can tell from all the faces I normally don't see this. There's a strong sense of brotherhood here at Fresno State, especially in this music department. And even though we may not all wear the same color, I feel like Ethan would smile down from above, knowing how he's brought all these different organizations together. And I know coming from me and the rest of the symphonians here on campus, the first thing we thought was like, I couldn't imagine how it would be to lose a brother. And it just tears me apart to think about it. And I know for me and everyone else, there's an immense respect for everyone that I see in KK Sidelights right now. We just want you to know we have your back through everything. Don't ever be afraid to ask any of us for anything. We love you all.
My name is Calvin, and I was Ethan's section leader for both in Symphonic Band and he was in the pit. Ethan was one of my best friends, and we hung out a lot. If I had to describe him in one word, it'd be passionate. Like, he was passionate about everything. Like, 3 things that he loved was like a medium rare steak on the grill, someone to match political wits with, which was usually me, and gas for his Jeep, and I was there for all of it. He and I would stay up late nights, either playing Xbox or just arguing over political views, because his were exactly the polar opposite of mine, and he would let me know that every single day. He really cared a lot about everyone that's sitting here, the music department, these letters, folks that don't wear these letters, just music in general. I'm going to miss him a lot, just like everyone else is. We all know that. But I'm glad that Ethan was in all of our lives to enrich it just a little bit. And I've said this before, and I'll say it again. You know, when it's my time to go and I see him again, I'm just going to beat the snot out of him for a while.
And you guys got it. I don't want Gary to give me the evil eye. My name is Janet Tempest, and I'm an alumnus now of Fresno State. I managed to marry one of those hot guys in the automotive line that Andy mentioned earlier, Ben Tempest. And I just wanted to tell a very quick story about one of my very first encounters with Ethan that I really felt shows his character and what kind of a person he was. After we graduated, and now both my husband and I are music teachers here in Fresno, we moved into a house for the first time in like 9 years. I lived in apartments for like 9 or 10 years. And we were very proud of our house, and the sisters hold an annual Christmas dinner. And so we said, oh, you know, come have it at our house. And so we crammed 50 people too many into our living room. And the sisters made dinner in our kitchen. And we have a gas stove and oven, and the sisters had a very, very, very large turkey this year and a very, very, very shallow pan. And so when my little sister, there she is all the way in the back, when she opened the oven door, what came out were flames. And it looked like my entire house was on fire. Every smoke detector went off. We evacuated the entire house. We have 5 of them now. We know this for a fact. There are 5 smoke detectors in our house. And we had to evacuate the house. We had no fire extinguishers, so people were running to my neighbors to find fire extinguishers. And Ben called the fire department. And so I had all the brothers and sisters out on the lawn, and I was inside the house because it turns out I'm a crazy cat lady and I own 3 cats. And I was very, very worried that my cats were now going to burn down in this lovely new house that we had just moved into. And this is where the Ethan part comes in, because in this smoke-filled house with a panicking woman looking for 3 very stupid cats, AJ, Oscar, and Ethan came in and helped me look in every room of the house, helped me drag them out from underneath the bed, got scratched, and basically tried to save the lives of an animal, of a cat, of a very stupid cat. And I just really felt, and everything was okay. There was way more smoke than fire, but I really feel like, to me, that shows you everything you need to know about Ethan, that he risked his life, what we all thought was a burning house, for my peace of mind because of an animal I cared about. And I think that's what I like to remember about him. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Daniel Torres. If you're in the drum line, it's Big D. I was Ethan's roommate. I first met Ethan when my junior year. It was his freshman year. It was at the band orientation. It was that's when I discovered that he was from the same region I was in Southern California, San Bernardino County. We asked each other what schools we went to. He said River World, and I told him I went to Arrowhead Christian, and then the first thing that came out of his mind is, ooh. He gave me a lot of crap about that for a while. But honestly, as his roommate, I could honestly say that there was no dull moment with him. Every once in a while, I would walk in the house, and then I'd walk into the family room, and I would see something, and I would be like, what? So I call up Ethan. Hey, Ethan, what's a giant duck doing in the middle of the family room? Don't worry about it, I'll get rid of it. And it was just stuff like that. It's just I shook my head. But it was just so Ethan. And it was like, and it, you know, and he every once in a while he'd wear that pimp coat, and it'd be, and oh, it was just nothing but fond memories. I would get mad at him sometimes or frustrated. He wouldn't do the dishes. I'd get on him on that, and I was like, dude, do the dishes. And he's like, okay, I'll do it tomorrow. Next week, they'd still be there. But it's, honestly, it was every minute of joy having him at the house. And he really did bring laughter and light into that house.
For those of you who may not know, Ethan was my big brother during the first part of my semester. And I remember this one instance at the beginning of the year. I had enough. I was ready to quit. I didn't feel like I was doing a good enough job. So I called him up. I was like, Ethan, I don't know if I can do this anymore. He told me, meet me behind the atrium. He picked me up from the dorms, drove me out to the Save Mart Center parking lot, and we sat out there for a good hour just talking things over. I just remember he wouldn't let me quit. No matter how hard I tried, he would not let me. He told me no every single time. I guess that's just something I'm gonna hold dear for the rest of my life. It's his determination to keep me around is what helped me get through my semester. I'm gonna be missing deeply, and I'm truly sorry for your guys' loss. Just say I love Ethan.
I want to thank everyone that put so much effort into this. I want to thank everyone who put so much effort into making this such a beautiful event. I want to thank and acknowledge all the alumni that are here today. It's very impressive to see you here. Thank you, Brittany, for putting all that together over there. Thank you, Megan, for getting this slideshow. Thank you, Dr. Maurer, for being here. Dr. Froelich. Professor Barrett was also here for a while, I know. Jose, thanks for everything you did. Thanks especially to Richard for making all this come together and for being flexible to make it happen at a time that could work for more people to be here. This was a beautiful, beautiful ceremony. I'm just really very proud. You guys are awesome. Really are. I'm very proud of you. Let's stand and sing the alma mater in Ethan Magellan Foster's memory. In memory of Ethan Magellan Foster, our Fresno State alma mater. Is there somebody that can give us a good pitch that's directing?
Thank you guys. Megan Day has put together a reception for you in the Dean's Garden. So after you're done looking at this stuff on the table here, go ahead and head on over. Also, Brittany Chandler was kind enough to make a little scrapbook, and she would like you all to sign it over at her little table. So please visit that table whenever you can.
We're not music makers.